good, everybody? It's your boy Days back again with another video. Welcome back to Days Reacts. So today we are doing premium high school football stadiums. All right, so for the state of Texas, you know what I'm saying. So yes, we doing Texas high school stadiums. You know what I'm saying, football stadiums, but we're gonna do the premium side. Okay, so this is the top tier high school football stadiums, you know what I'm saying, in the state of Texas, okay? So without further ado, we're about to go ahead and dive on in. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, Today's Reacts, okay? And yeah, let's go ahead and dive on in, shall we? Without further ado, y'all know how I get down and stuff, so let's go ahead and get this time.
It's time!
All right, y'all, it's your time, baby. Let's go ahead and get into it. Texas premium high school football stadiums. Let's get it. Let's go. It is show time. All right. All right. So this is Northeast ISD Comalander Stadium, San Antonio, Texas. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to San Antonio or Northeast Independent School District for this stadium. You know what I'm saying? This is a premier high school football stadium for the state of Texas. Showing the baseball field. Capacity 12,000. Nice stadium. Really nice. And I know y'all gonna be like in the comments, like, Ray, what's going on, man? You got these other stadiums in the average tier, and this stadium look like a premier tier and stuff. It's pretty much the same type of stadiums that we see in the average tier. I understand this, y'all. I understand this. This is the real deal, because y'all finna see some stadiums. So other than that, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Cause yeah, shout out to Jerry Calamander Stadium. All right. Shout out to them. All right. So next up. Next up, we got the Alamo Stadium, San Antonio Public School District. Y'all gonna be looking like what? The Rock Pile. Yes, sir, the Rock Pile. Y'all know what this stadium is. The stadium is nice. I'm gonna tell you right now. So this stadium right here is a lower bowl, but look at this stadium. This stadium look like it was made for the Olympics, pretty much. Back in the 1940s, because it was built in the 1940s. But yeah, this is a premier high school football stadium. All right, I love how the stadium looks. Holds 18K. That's crazy. Can't go wrong with that. And it's a short walk from the zoo. The stadium is nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. The stadium is nice for high school. All right. Next up, We got Harlandale, ISD. Now we finna get some real stuff now. This is Harlandale, San Antonio, Texas. This stadium is nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. How they did this, you know what I'm saying? It is nice. You know, they're showing the away side, but that home side area, that press box, that's top tier. The locker room is nice too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They Harlandale Cowboys, y'all did y'all thing with this. Y'all did y'all thing with this. The shout out to Harlandale. They on the premier side, you know, so or the premium side for high school football stadiums in the state of Texas. Man, it's a nice stadium. That is nice though. That press box, bro. That's a lot of club seats. On the cool. That's a lot of club seats. They did a good job with this stadium. Next up. Y'all gonna understand why I did that. Y'all gonna understand why I did that. Did those other stadiums like that and put them in the average tier. All right, this is Dragon Stadium. Okay. This is in San Antonio, Texas as well. This is Southwest ISD. Now this is a lower bowl, but the reason why I put it in the premier tier because of the press box. The press box, y'all. The press box has a meaning to it. Okay, when you look at the press box and you got a lower bowl like this, or a hillside stadium like this, you thinking to yourself, man, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I did. This is why I put it in this list. This is why I put it in this list. Okay. So you can't go wrong with that. But shout out to Southwest ISD, you know what I'm saying, for this stadium, Dragon Stadium. And yeah, real good job. Premier type stadium, in my opinion. For a hillside stadium, is that. You know what I'm saying? Southwest ISD Dragons. Let's go. Next up. All right. We got Northside ISD Delphos Complex. This is in hold on, y'all. You finna see. This is also in San Antonio, Texas. So this is home of Northside area. Okay. Premier type stadium. This is why I said it's a premier stadium. It is nice. They did a good job with this one. This is a premier type stadium, in my opinion. Like I said, they did a real good job with it. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't get in the comments talking about, man, this stadium is pretty much like the other ones in the average tier. No, it's not. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It is not. All right. So yeah, shout out to Northside ISD, San Antonio, Texas, for this stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's in the premium side of Texas football, high school football stadiums. Congratulations to them. All right, next up on the list. All right, we got Hero Stadium, San Antonio, Texas. This is another stadium of theirs. This is in the Northeast ISD and stuff. Whoever used this stadium, congratulations to y'all. This stadium is premium. Okay, this is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? All those schools on the scoreboard, I understand this is y'all stadium, regardless, home or away. This is y'all stadium. All right, so beautiful stadium. Did a real good job with this stadium. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, what else can I say? They did a real good job with this. So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Concourse, walk around and stuff. Yeah, real good job. Real good job. And plus, you know what I'm saying? The press box too. Yeah, they did a real good job with this. There's no complaining to it. Y'all gonna hate me in the comments. All right, next up, we got Como Peepers Warrior Stadium, San Antonio, Texas. So this is in Como ISD. Like I say, Warrior Stadium. This is a nice stadium. The reason why I'm saying this, it's premier tier because built in with the school, and then you got your outdoor lawn activity tailgate area. You know what I'm saying, for the stadium. You know what I'm saying, and you got concrete seats too for your tailgaters. That's dope. For the end zone side, section 2, as your end zone seating, that is dope. All right. Everything else is, you know what I'm saying, is nice. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that. So, like I say, shout out to them Warriors and stuff. Shout out to Piper, you know what I'm saying? Or Peeper Piper, you know what I'm saying? Piper, Texas, or Okama, Texas, Warrior Coliseum. Shout out to y'all, bro. Because this right here is a beautiful stadium. And I believe y'all in San Antonio and stuff. So Piper High School, without a doubt, premium, you know what I'm saying, high school stadium inside the state of Texas. So that's my take on it. All right, next up on this list. All right, we got Seguin ISD, Seguin, Texas, Matador Stadium. Beautiful stadium. Love it. Y'all did a really good job with the home side. You know what I'm saying? Love the out exterior fascia to this stadium. Y'all did a really good job with this. It is a nice stadium. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, y'all did a real good job. You know what I'm saying? The away side is okay. Like I say, this stadium is a premier type stadium for high school. Can't go wrong with it. Shout out to the Matadors, Seguin, Texas, for this stadium. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did a real good job. Real good job with this stadium. All right. Next up on this list is, let me see. I'm gonna let it circle around. Let it circle around, Ray. Let it circle around. There. I let it circle around. All right. Next up on the list. All right, we got San Marcos Toyota Rattler Stadium, San Marcos, Texas. Like I say, this stadium right here, college bound, pretty much. This stadium right here is an easy premium high school football stadium in the state of Texas. Shout out to San Marcos, Texas, for this stadium, home of the Rattlers. Uh, the stadium is beautiful. I love the stadium, love the locker room area and stuff. They did a real good job with this stadium. Can't go wrong with this stadium. Press box is good. They deserve it. So congratulations to the Rattlers making it to the premium section of the Texas football stadiums. All right. Next up on this list, we got Jerry Vance Field. All right, we got Panther Stadium. All right, this stadium right here, I put this in the premium section for a reason. Uh, for Liberty Hill, Texas, I believe. Yeah, for Liberty Hill, Texas. The reason why I put this stadium in the premium section, it should be in the average tier, but it's in the premium section for a reason. I think because how it stands out, I believe. Oh yeah, the concession stands, locker rooms, and stuff. So yeah, like everything is there pretty much. So everything stands out in this stadium. Uh, we finna see. Okay, this is the home side. The parking lot is there for tailgaters. Uh, right side. Okay. So yeah, everything is there pretty much. But like I say, this is a premier stadium. Can't go wrong with it. Shout out to Liberty Hill, Texas. You don't like it, you know what I'm saying? For all you other Texas high school fans, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like this pick for a premier stadium. Let me know down in the comments. And I'm sorry. It's my opinion. All right. Next up on this list. All right, we got Linder ISD Bible Stadium, Linder, Texas. Okay, so I put this stadium in a premier section because the high school is like right there. You know what I'm saying? The background. Uh, Leander, Texas. Uh, Stadium is nice. It's Leander, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, um, what else can I say about it? Other than the seats, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for Leander, it is a nice stadium. Uh, like everything is by the 10-inch mark. So yeah, the seats is the reason why it's premier. Like I say, the seats are symmetry, so it is a premier stadium. So shout out to Leander, Texas, and for this stadium, Bible Stadium, and yeah, I made you the premier section for this one. All right, next up on the list. All right, this is another Leander ISD. This is John Gupton Stadium. All right, so this stadium right here is pretty much, it looks the same. It looks the same like the Bible Stadium, but it's in a different location. This one has grass burning seating. All right, so that's a good thing. Um, yeah, it's really nice stadium. Nothing too much about it and stuff. Uh, so shout out to Leander ISD again for this stadium. It is a premier stadium. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna move on next. All right, so this right here, this says Huddle, Texas. All right, so this is Huddle, Texas. Shout out to Huddle, Texas. Okay, home to the Huddle Hippos. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful stadium. I do like the home side. Home side is nice. They did a real good job with this. All right, yeah, home side is nice. I like how they did it. You know what I'm saying? I love the press box area. This is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. Take it or leave it. They did a real good job with this stadium. Uh, this is really nice. Shout out to Huddle, Texas, for the stadium. I love the concession stands area. They did a real good job with that. I think that's a team store right there. That's a nice touch. Yeah, shout out to Huddle, Texas, home of the Hippos. They did a real good job with this stadium. All right, next up on the list. All right, so this is P Field. The P Field, the P Field, the P Field, the P Field. So this is the P Field. It's Pflugerville, Texas. All right, so this is Pflugerville. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. It's similar to the other stadiums that we looked at. From last three stadiums that we looked at. By like Leander, so they probably had the same contractor. It's a nice field. It's a nice touch. I like how they did it. They did a really good job with this one. For Pflugerville, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, real nice touch with it. And yeah, they is in the premier side of things for Texas football. All right, so shout out to Pflugerville for their stadium. Y'all made it to the premium side for high school football stadium. All right, next up on the list. We got Lake Travis High School Cavalier Stadium, Austin, Texas. So this stadium right here is Lake Travis. Now this is a premier high school football stadium right here. All right. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. As a premier stadium, it's closed in. You know what I'm saying? It's right by the school. It's built into the school, but it's closed in. You know what I'm saying? I do like the horseshoe look. All right. I like the end zone seat look too. All right. So shout out to Lake Travis. You know what I'm saying? For this stadium in Austin, Texas. They did a real good job with this stadium. I like how they did it. You know what I'm saying? Even though they don't got a nice, good looking press box, but I like how they did this stadium. So this is why I made it to a premier type stadium. Okay, so or a premium type stadium for the state of Texas. All right, so shout out to Lake Travis for this one in Austin, Texas. All right, congratulations. Next up, we got Georgetown ISD, Georgetown, Texas. Now this stadium right here, this stadium is nice. It's home to two teams. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's Georgetown and somebody else, GV or something Valley. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's a nice stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's in Georgetown, Texas. They did a really good job with this stadium. Nothing too much, nothing too fancy. Like I said, nice stadium. Did a really good job with it. And yeah, like I said, it's a premium stadium for high school football. And it's hosts two teams. That's home turf. So either way, it's a nice stadium for them. So shout out to Georgetown for this stadium. All right, next up. So this stadium right here, this is, I believe, this is a Tiger Stadium, Dripping Springs, Texas. This stadium right here is a premium stadium for high school football in the state of Texas. If you look at the stadium, you can understand what I'm talking about. It represents one school only. That's Dripping Springs Tigers. Uh, it is a nice stadium. I do like it. They did a real good job with it. Yeah, like I said, excellent job with the stadium. Not nothing too much. It is a premier high school football stadium for state of Texas, and we're just gonna leave it at that. So yeah, shout out to Dripping Springs, Texas, for their high school football stadium. All right, next up on the list. All right, so now we got Westlake Chapel Stadium, Ebby Neptune Field. This is in, I believe this is in Austin. I think. Yeah, this is in Austin, Texas. So This stadium is nice. I do like the stadium. It gives me a college feel, and you can understand why I put this in the premium side of things for the state of Texas for high school football stadiums. It is a nice stadium, and yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. So yeah, shout out to Texas for this. All right, shout out to Austin, Texas for this one. Shout out to Westlake High School. All right, next up. All right, we got Round Rock ISD Keller Reeves Athletic Complex. It's also in Austin, Texas. I see them use this stadium for bowl games and state championships. You know what I'm saying? And rivalries. There's nobody claims the stadium. It is a generic stadium, pretty much. So, which is a good thing. Nobody claims the stadium for high school uh, home turf. So, which is a good thing. So, shout out to them. This is a premium stadium, in my opinion. So, we're just gonna leave it at that. So, shout out to Round Rock ISD for this stadium, and yeah, we're just gonna keep it moving from there. All right. Next up. All right. Now we got Huntsville ISD Stadium. All right. So this stadium right here is a premium high school football stadium. All right, in my opinion. So all right, if you look at it, you can understand why I said it. The stadium is nice. They built it just right, even though it don't look like an average, but you can tell everything brand new. It looks premium. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Huntsville for this stadium. The stadium is nice. They did a really good job with this. How they did it. So you got to give them that. So and then plus the locker room area is dope. I do like that. You know what I'm saying? I do like that. And so yeah, press box area is nice too as well. So like I say, this is a premium high school football stadium for the state of Texas. Shout out to uh, Huntsville, Texas, for this stadium. Shout out to the Hornets. All right, y'all finna get some real stuff now. Y'all finna get into some real stuff. All right, so this is Tomball ISD Stadium. All right, look at this stadium. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This stadium is nice. This is a premier high school football stadium in the state of Texas. And I know y'all gonna be like, this is a college stadium. And you're exactly right. It is built like a college stadium, like an FCS stadium or FBS stadium, but it's high school. All right. Now, Tomball is in Tomball, Texas. Okay. This stadium is in Tomball. All right. You can travel to it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing bad about it. But this is a beautiful stadium. It says home to two teams. You know what I'm saying? In Tomball ISD. Like I say, this is a beautiful high school football stadium, and they did a real good job with this stadium. You know what I'm saying? I would build this stadium for myself. You know what I'm saying? For my public, for my city. So beautiful stadium. Shout out to Tomball, Texas, for this one. All right, next up. All right, now. All right, so this is Wood Forest Bank Stadium. Uh, Now this stadium is in Shenandoah, Texas. Like I say, this stadium is nice. I would say this in Shenandoah, Texas. This stadium is a premier high school football stadium. Take it or leave it. They did a real good job with this stadium. Uh, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying. They made it more authentic than what it is. And I can say this: this is a premier high school football stadium for the state of Texas. Okay, so other than that, it is a nice football stadium, and we just gonna go on with that. I like the club seating right there. That's nice. That's dope at the end zone area, and yeah, we just gonna go on with that. So shout out to them, and yeah, yeah, just shout out to them for this, and yeah, we're just gonna go on with that. All right, next up on the list. All right, so this is Art Bow Stadium. It's home to two teams, from what I'm seeing, and could be two teams, could be just one team. Stevensville, Texas, I believe, and stuff on Frost Street near the high school. Okay, so yeah, Stevensville. Either way it go, like I said, it is a beautiful stadium. This is a premier high school football stadium. They did a real good job with this stadium. I do like how they did the seats and stuff on this stadium. And yeah, this is a premier high school football stadium in the state of Texas. So shout out to Stephenville, Texas, for this stadium. And yeah, like I say, nice stadium. Even though Wayside needs a little bit of work, but it's okay. It's still a nice stadium. Though the home side is pretty much the main thing. Like I said, they did a real good job with the stadium. So, like I say, congratulations to Stevensville. Y'all made the premium size stadiums in state in the state of Texas, pretty much. So y'all made the tier list for premium stadiums in the state of Texas. All right, next up. All right, so this is the Amarillo ISD Dick Bivens Stadium, Amarillo, Texas. Now this stadium right here, 15,000 capacity, lower bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have to put this stadium in the premium tier. A lot of grass seating in the end zone area. You know what I'm saying? To watch a game for tailgaters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got the lawn chairs. You know what I'm saying? All that right there. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's lower type seats. Um, like I say, nice stadium. Nothing too much. Oh, you got yes, bowl on the other side too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, grass seating on the other side too. Yeah, beautiful. I like the locker room area right there. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, love the locker room area right there. The area is nice, and yeah, they did a real good job with the stadium. So shout out to uh shout out to Amarillo, Texas, Amarillo ISD for the stadium, and yeah, they did a real good job with this one. All right, next up on this list. All right, we got San Angelo, Texas. Okay, San Angelo Stadium. I know y'all gonna be in the comments like, yeah, this is a college stadium. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right. This is a college stadium. All right. Now this stadium right here is nice. It's old, but it's nice. I do like this stadium a lot. It is nice stadium. Can't go wrong with it. Uh, yeah, real nice stadium. It is a premier high school football stadium for the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to San Angelo for this stadium. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Make it look nice. Probably a new press box area, but it's still a nice stadium. You know what I'm saying? To use. You know, so for high school football. Other than that, beautiful stadium. Shout out to San Angelo for this one. All right, next up on this list. All right, we got Waco ISD, Waco, Texas. All right, so shout out to Waco for this stadium. The stadium is nice. This is a premier high school football stadium. I love the grass burn seating in the end zone too. I like that as well. on both sides of the end zone, which is a dope feel. You know what I'm saying? So they did a real good job with this stadium, and can't go wrong with this stadium. The stadium is nice. Shout out to Waco, Texas. This is a premier high school football stadium. All right, next up on this list. All right, we got Sweetwater, Texas High School, Mustang Bowl, Sweetwater, Texas. All right, concrete. You know what I'm saying? Got the concrete seating. You know what I'm saying, for the end zone area. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Lower seats. You know what I'm saying though, but it's still a lower bowl. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give them that. But it's still like concrete seating. So even though you ain't got lawn chairs, you got your towels. You know what I'm saying? Bring your towels. You know what I'm saying? And sit on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? So beautiful stadium. Can't go wrong with it. Uh, like I say, beautiful stadium. They did a real good job with this stadium, and yeah, it is what it is for this stadium. So shout out to uh, Sweetwater, Texas, for this Laura Bowl Stadium. All right, and this is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. Next up on this list, all right, we got Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, Texas, Abilene ISD. This stadium right here is a premier high school football stadium. You can tell by the press box area. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, this is a beautiful stadium. Look like a college stadium. Got the grass burn seating in the end zone area, which is nice. I do like that part about it. Uh, what else can I say about it? You know what I'm saying? Uh, shoot, the waist side is nice. Like I say, you got another side of end zone seating. You know what I'm saying? Grass burn seating right there too. Like I say, this stadium is beautiful. So check it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere it go, they belong in the premium section of high school football stadiums in the state of Texas. So shout out to Abilene ISD for this stadium. All right, next up on this list, we got Methodian, Texas, Methodian Multipurpose Stadium. Now this stadium right here, it's a nice stadium. Love the press box area. Love the grass burn and stuff. This stadium is a premier high school football stadium. You know what I'm saying? The band section right there too, which is a nice field with the grass burn right there. You can hear the band while sitting on the grass and stuff. And the waist side got the same section as well. You know what I'm saying? So this is a nice stadium. They did a real good job with this stadium. So you can't go wrong with it. And yeah, shout out to Methodian, Texas for this stadium. And shout out to Methodian. Y'all have made it to the premium side of things for high school football stadiums. So y'all on the premium list for high school football stadiums in the state of Texas. All right. Next up on this list is all right. So this is Burleson, Texas, Burleson IST Stadium. Now this stadium right here is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. All right, it's home to two teams, I believe. So it is what it is, but it looks like it's home to one. It looks like it's home to one and stuff. So other than that, it's still a nice stadium. You can't go wrong with it. So both seats is level to each other. You had the 20-yard line. So other than that, this is a premium high school football stadium for state of Texas. So shout out to Burleson, Texas. All right. Okay, so now we at Grand Prairie, Texas. All right, Grand Prairie, Texas is Golf Warrior Stadium. All right, it's connected to the high school. Okay, you can see the high school in the background. The stadium is in the lower bowl setting. I love the grass burn around the end zone area, which is dope. That's a nice touch for the people, for the tailgaters and stuff. So yeah, the stadium is nice. They did a real good job with the stadium. So shout out to Gopher Warrior, you know what I'm saying, Grand Prairie, Texas for this stadium. And yeah, like I say, they say it's almost complete, but I think this stadium is complete. But yeah, shout out to them for this stadium, and it's a beautiful, beautiful stadium. All right, so this is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. All right, next up on this list, we got Stevensville Yellow Jackets, Stevensville, Texas. All right, but this is excuse me, y'all. This is Tarleton Memorial Stadium, home of the Texans. I guess this is a college. Oh, so this is the former home of Stevensville High School. Okay, let's start this one over. All right, so this is Tarleton High School, I believe now. This is their stadium now. So, but this is used to be the home of Stevensville High School stadium. Now, I like how they did this. This is a premium high school stadium. So they left. So Stephenville left this stadium and built their own stadium and gave this one to Tarleton. It's stuff which is dope. It's okay. I don't care about it, but it's still a nice touch. So shout out to Tarleton for this stadium. You know what I'm saying? It is a beautiful stadium. And yeah, like I say, nice stadium. Can't go wrong with it. And yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. All right. So shout out to Tarleton for this stadium. I love how they did this stadium. All right. So yeah. I don't know. Tarleton could be a college. Anyway, let me know down in the comments though. But this is Tarleton. All right. All right. So this is Penningfield in Bedford, Texas. All right. So this is a premium high school football stadium. In my opinion, I like the home side. You know what I'm saying? A lot of seats and stuff like college. And then the end zone seating takes the cake for me. All right. And also, you know what I'm saying, the other end zone is the scoreboard pretty much. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, this end zone, I mean, this stadium right here is a premium high school football stadium. You can say what you want, but like I say, this stadium is premium, in my opinion, and stuff. The how they built this stadium, which is a nice touch. Other than that, like I say, congratulations to them. Congratulations to Bedford, Texas, for this stadium. This is a premium high school football stadium. And shout out to HEB ISD for this stadium. And I do like this end zone seating. That is a definitely nice touch for this stadium. All right, next up on this list. All right, we got Wahatchee High School. You know what I'm saying? I think this is Wahatchee, Texas. Yeah, Wahatchee, Texas and stuff. Shout out to them Indians in Wahatchee. All right. This stadium is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. All right. They got a sculpture. They got a big sculpture of an Indian. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Wahatchee, Texas for this stadium. This is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. Okay. The reason why I say that because, like I say, the same thing I said, they got a sculpture. I like the home side seating as well and stuff, which is a nice touch. And they got a sculpture. You know what I'm saying? I know their football games, they, you know what I'm saying, doing breaks, man, they show that sculpture on TV like crazy. So this stadium is premium high school football stadium. Shout out to Wahatchee. Y'all made to the premium tier list for high school football stadiums inside the state of Texas. All right, next up. All right, so this is Bulldog Stadium in Burke Burnett, Texas. Burke Burnett High School. Now, this stadium is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion, because the seats pretty much like from away side and home side, they both end at the 10-yard line, and then the end zone got a end zone seating section, which is it was a dope feature. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I put it right there in the premium section for football, for high school football stadiums in the state of Texas. So congratulations to Burke Burnett High School football. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all shout out to Burke Burnett. All right, Burke Burnett. All right, for this stadium. All right. Next up. All right. So we have Wichita Falls, Texas. Now this stadium is home to about I think 4 teams. Okay. So this is a generic stadium, but it's still a nice stadium. Shout out to Wichita Falls ISD for this stadium. I love the grass burn. That's the end zone. You know what I'm saying? For tailgaters. You know what I'm saying? And same thing on the other end zone. You know what I'm saying? Love the locker room area too. Yeah, it's a nice stadium. Beautiful, beautiful stadium. Uh really no press box really no club seating for press box goers. Uh but still a nice stadium. So shout out to Wichita Falls for this stadium. This is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. All right, next up. All right, so we got Crowley's ISD Sports Complex. All right, so this is Crowley Multipurpose Stadium, Fort Worth, Texas. Look at the stadium. The stadium is beautiful. The stadium is beautiful. I like how the stadium looks. You know what I'm saying? For Texas, for Crowley ISD. You know what I'm saying? And this stadium is in Fort Worth, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So I love the grass burn seating. You know what I'm saying? For the tailgaters and stuff, which is a dope feature. You know what I'm saying? What can I say, man? This stadium is nice. I like the club section right there on the other side of the end zone, which is dope too. Uh, yeah, like they did a real good job with this stadium and stuff. Can't go wrong with it. It is a nice touch, and yeah, they did a real good job. They did a real good job and stuff. So shout out to Crowley ISD for this stadium. The stadium is dope. To be honest with you, it is dope. They did a really excellent job with the stadium, and especially with the away side. It's a double decker too. This is definitely a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. So shout out to Crowley ISD in Fort Worth, Texas. All right, so next up on his list, and hopefully there is a way to get to this grass burn right here with the end zone section at, because that right there, that's a nice feature for tailgaters. Just don't be drunk. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Okay, so this is Caraco Stadium. All right, so this stadium is built like a soccer stadium, but it's a high school stadium for football. All right, so just want to warn y'all. But this stadium right here. All right, so this is Denton ISD Bill Cargo Stadium. This is in Little Elm, Texas. All right, shout out to Little Elm for this stadium. All right, the stadium is nice, even though it's built like a soccer stadium, but it's a high school football stadium. Okay, that's why there's lines for soccer and there's lines for football. Shout out to Denton ISD for this stadium. Now, I like how they did the scoreboard right there in the middle and stuff instead of the end zone area, because they thought it was meant for soccer, but it's still high school football. I like how they did the coaches booth. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know what I'm saying? So this stadium is really nice. They did a real good job with this stadium. Can't go wrong with it and stuff. Like I say, can't They did a real good job. Physics locker room is nice. What can I say? This is a premium high school football stadium. Referee locker room, you know, they did a real good job with this stadium. Like, can't go wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bill Cargo for his achievements and stuff as a long time head coach for the school district. And yeah, can't go wrong with this stadium. They did a real good job with this stadium a lot. They did a really good job with this stadium a lot. Uh, yeah. So shout out to Crowley ISD and shout out to Denton ISD. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. Next up on this list. Okay, we got John Clark Stadium. All right, so this stadium is a premier high school football stadium for the state of Texas. Okay, this is in Plano, Texas. All right, so this is Plano ISD Stadium, or how you say it, John Clark Stadium. The stadium is nice. I do like the press box area. They got the club seats in there too, as well. Uh, the stadium is nice. Love the grass burn seating in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So they did a real good job with this stadium for the tailgaters. And yeah, like I say, beautiful. It's a beautiful sight to see. All right. And this is a premier high school football stadium. So shout out to Plano, Texas for this stadium. All right, next up on this list. All right, so we got Tom Kimbrough Stadium. Okay, no relations, but uh, this stadium right here is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. All right, they did a real good job with this stadium. Uh, no relations, but like I said, they did a real good job with the stadium, and this is why I say this is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. Uh, like I said, everything is done right from the fullest, even though it's got a track field. Um, let's see, grass burn seating on the end zone area and stuff for tailgaters. You know, they did a real good job. Real good job. The white side is similar to the home side, except for the press box area. You know what I'm saying? So, scoreboard right there, concrete scoreboard. Can't go wrong with that. Like I say, they did a real good job with this stadium. So shout out to Murphy, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And Plano ISD for this one. Next up. All right, we got Burleson ISD Stadium, Burleson, Texas. All right, so this is another Burleson Stadium. Uh, I think we already did this one. Yeah, I think we already did this one. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. All right, so this is Knight Stadium, okay? So Knight Stadium, home to Eagle Mountain Knights. It's a beautiful stadium. You know what I'm saying? They did it right. This is a premier high school football stadium uh, in Fort Worth, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Away side got a little double decker, and then home side got a major double decker with the press box and stuff. This is a premier high school football stadium for the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? So they did a real good job with the stadium, and Yeah, and it's built in with the school. I love the locker room area. That's the dopest part of the school. You know what I'm saying? For this stadium. Uh, yeah, it felt like a FCS college stadium in my opinion. So yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. So shout out to Mountain High, Eagle Mountain High for this stadium. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on going. All right, we're just gonna keep on going. All right. So congratulations to them. Y'all made it to the premier list. Okay. Oh, and I do like the grass burn seating too. That's dope as well. All right. Next up. All right. So this is Golly ISD, Golly, Texas. All right. So this stadium right here is a premier high school football stadium. In my opinion, it's built in within the school, y'all. So it's built in within the school. The baseball fields and the softball field is connected within the stadium. So they really ain't got no seats like that because they all connected and stuff within the stadium and stuff. But the stadium itself is dope and stuff. I do like the wraparound concourse, how they did it and stuff. So that's a major plus on me. Uh, but yeah, they built it within the school. I wish they could have redid did the baseball fields, seats, and stuff. Other than that, Godly ISD, like I say, they did a real good job with this. You know what I'm saying? Real good job. Can't go wrong with it. Can't complain about it and stuff. So they did a real good job. Pretty much like the wayside got a little tailgate area. You know what I'm saying? Sit stand, walk around area. So that's a nice touch. But that home side though, y'all. Let's get to the home side. Come on, get to the home side. We're gonna let it go. All right, this home side, bro. Can't go wrong with this, bro. This is a beautiful sight to see. All right, this is why I gave it a premier or premium high school stadium in the state of Texas. Okay, so shout out to Golly High School in Golly, Texas for this one. Home of the Wild. You already know what it is. So shout out to Golly, Texas for this one. All right, next up on this list. Okay, so this is Northwest ISD in Justin, Texas. It's a nice stadium, you know what I'm saying? Nice, small, but still premium, you know what I'm saying? It's a premium stadium in my opinion. Uh I like how they did this stadium, you know what I'm saying? Like the brick walls around the stadium, uh on the seats pretty much. Uh like I say, ain't nothing major to it. Uh but yeah, locker rooms right there. So yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. Nothing too shabby. Think they got grass burn. Let me see. Grass burn seats. And yes, they do have grass burn seats for tailgaters. So like I say, this stadium is a premier high school football stadium. So shout out to Northwest ISD. You know what I'm saying? And they close to the Texas Motor Speedway. So yeah. Next up. All right, so we got Mansfield ISD Multipurpose Complex. All right, so this stadium right here is in Mansfield, Texas. This is a beautiful stadium. Like I say, this is a premier high school football stadium. You know what I'm saying? In Texas. All right, it's in Mansfield, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what I do like about it is the seats, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice touch, and yeah, I just gotta go on for what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? The brick walls is nice. They keep it clean. and stuff. So yeah, so shout out to Mansville for this one. And yeah, we got just gotta keep it moving, y'all. All right. So yeah, shout out to Mansfield. All right, next up. Okay, so this one right here. This is hold on, y'all. Let me get this fixed. What? Give my 180 HP. Quit playing with me. All right, so this is the DeSoto ISD Eagle Stadium, DeSoto, Texas. This right here, this is a premium high school football stadium in the state of Texas. DeSoto, shout out to them. Y'all made the cut. Uh, I was surprised when I saw the stadium. Uh, like I say, y'all did a real good job with this stadium. You know what I'm saying? Be it two sided, you know what I'm saying? But it's still premier. It's still a premium stadium, in my opinion. So even though the away side, the away side has its own press box area, which is okay. But you know what I'm saying? It's still that home side though, outmatched. That home side is outmatched. All right. So shout out to DeSoto, you know what I'm saying, for this stadium. And yeah, this is a premium high school football stadium. All right, next up. All right, so this is Dragon Stadium, okay? So Dragon Stadium, this is in South Lake, Texas. All right, so this is South Lake, Texas right here. All right, I liked how they did this stadium. Uh I like the field and stuff, especially the stadium. The stadium, like the end zone seating, is dope. I likes that how they did that. You know what I'm saying? Also, the away side got the tunnels right there, which is dope. Also, and also the scoreboard and the home side. The home side is nice. So, like I said, I was surprised by this stadium. I felt like I was looking at a FCS stadium, pretty much, or FBS stadium, NCAA college football stadium. But yeah, shout out to South Lake, uh, Texas, South Lake Carroll Dragons. You know what I'm saying? This stadium is premium tier. All right, next up. Next up, we got Tyler ISD Rose Stadium. All right, this is Tyler, Texas. The stadium is nice. It's a lower bowl stadium. Can't go wrong with it. Do like the grass burn seating for tailgaters. They did a real good job. Real good job with this. Shout out to Tyler, Texas for this stadium. It's home to two teams, but still, it's still a nice stadium. You know what I'm saying? Can't go wrong with it. Cannot go wrong with it, and we just had to go on from there. All right. So shout out to them for this stadium. It is a nice lower bowl stadium, and yeah, just got to go on from there. All right. Next up, we have Oh, this is a 15-minute video, y'all. But we're gonna skip most of this stuff anyway. So we're gonna show the stadium. All right. So this stadium right here. All right, we see Dr. Walter Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Superintendent. So this stadium, this is LP. This is La Porte, Texas. This is their new stadium right here. This is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. I like how they did this stadium with the track field, even though I don't like track field like that, but still, it's still a nice stadium. And they did a real good job with this stadium. Uh, like I said, they did a real good job with the stadium. I like how they did it with around the track field and stuff. And yeah, this is a premium high school football stadium. Let's get the superintendent again and stuff. Like I say, they did a real good job with the stadium. Can't be wrong with it and stuff. And yeah, shout out to La Porte, Texas for this new stadium for the Texas. And this is a premium high school football stadium right here. Premium. All right. Next up. Next up, we have the capital of high school football in the state of Texas. This is Eagles Stadium, okay? This is in Allen, Texas, okay? And this stadium is beautiful. This stadium had showed everybody what a high school stadium should look like in the state of Texas. All right. So this stadium right here is in Allen, Texas. This is home of Allen High School, home of the Eagles. Okay. The stadium is nice. It feels like you at a college stadium and stuff. And yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. Like I say, like you tailgate there, you be thinking like, oh, I'm at a college stadium. I'm at a high school stadium. But that's what it's looking like to me. You at a high school stadium. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm at a high school stadium, but it looks like a college stadium. All right. Shout out to Eagles. You know what I'm saying, for this stadium. The stadium is nice and stuff. Let's go back around. Let's head. How they did it was like, what in the world's going on? So, like, you come there, you think you're going to a regular high school, but then you look at, so you think, yeah, oh, like, this is a college stadium. What is this? No, this is a high school stadium, y'all. So this is what it looks like on the inside and stuff. Like I say, shout out to Allen, Texas for this stadium. This is a beautiful stadium, home of the Eagles and stuff. So can't go wrong, you know what I'm saying, with this one. This is a premium high school football stadium in the state of Texas. Hands down. You know what I'm saying? You can't put this in the average tier. This is that premium. This is that top tier right here. All right. Now, next up. All right, we in Mesquite, Texas. Mesquite ISD Memorial Stadium. All right. So this stadium is a nice stadium. I put this in the premier tier because of this big old whatever the thing is right there at the end zone area. But still, it is a nice stadium. I do like how they incorporated some of the concourse within the main seats and stuff. I do like that, like a tunnel right there and stuff. But that big sculpture right there, that still sculpture right there, we don't know what that is. But I can say this: it's part of the stadium, and I do like the grass burn for the tailgaters. So this stadium right here is a premium high school football stadium for the state of Texas. So shout out to Mesquite, Texas, for this stadium. Oh, and I think those are tornado sirens, pretty much. But still, it's still a nice stadium though. Can't go wrong with it. Next up, we're back in Garland ISD, Homer B. Johnson Stadium. I do like the concrete bowl looking area. I do like this is a premium high school football stadium, y'all. I do like the press box. I do like the concrete seats, you know what I'm saying, for tailgaters and stuff. It's like a walk around concourse pretty much, but it's still a tailgate area. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much not for it's pretty much for like lawn chairs. But I do like how they did that. Uh Also, yeah, please like and subscribe. Okay, so I do like the away side. The away side is nice. You know what I'm saying? This is a premium high school football stadium in Garland, Texas. So uh yeah, shout out to Garland, Texas. Y'all got a premium high school football stadium in the state of Texas. All right, next up. All right, so this is Denton ISD. This is C.H. Collins Athletic Complex. This is in Denton, Texas. All right, this stadium right here, I do like it. This is a premium high school football stadium. I do like the end zone and stuff. They did a good job with that part. The home side is good and stuff. I like the touchdown area. You know what I'm saying? Denton, y'all did y'all thing with this one. Denton, Texas. Yeah, did y'all thing with this one. All right, can't go wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? This is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. Take it or leave it. Shout out to Denton, Texas on this one. And yeah, that's what I can say for about it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I can say about it. So whoever plays here, you know what I'm saying? So whoever plays here, this is a beautiful stadium. All right. Next. All right, so we have Mesquite again, Mesquite, Texas. All right, so this is A.H. Hamby Stadium. Okay, so this is in Mesquite, Texas again. All right, beautiful stadium and stuff. Whoever plays here for their home games, you know what I'm saying? I understand. You know what I'm saying? You have to share the stadium a lot. I see the practice area too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Either way, it's still a nice stadium. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mesquite, Texas for the stadium. It is a nice stadium. It is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion. Uh, yeah. So next up. All right. So now we at the top of the line of McKinney, Texas. This is the ISD District Stadium. So this is their new stadium. Uh, Beautiful stadium. I do like this stadium. It's brand new. I do like the grass burn area. That's new. Uh, this stadium is dope. This is a premier high school football stadium for McKinney ISD. You know what I'm saying? And the west side is new. You know what I mean? The west side is nice. And yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. You know what I'm saying? For all the high schools and McKinney ISD. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, this is a premium high school football stadium in the state of Texas. Shout out to McKinney ISD for this one. Next up on the list. All right, we got Prosper, baby. Prosper ISD. This stadium right here is like my favorite stadium in the state of Texas for high school. Prosper, beautiful stadium. Like how they did it and stuff. You got the parking lot within surrounding the whole stadium, like for tailgaters and stuff, which is a dope thing for me. Uh, what else can I say about this? The wayside is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? They did it the wayside justice. All right. Uh, you got the locker room area right here and stuff. Also, this is what else I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? This the main stand. This the main stand right here. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the away stand, but the press box. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, this stadium is beautiful. They did a real good job. They didn't disappoint with this stadium, and yeah. Shout out to Prosper ISD for this stadium. This is a premier high school football stadium in the state of Texas. All right. All right, we got W.O. Barnes Memorial Stadium. All right, so this stadium right here, this is a premier high school football stadium, in my opinion, because how they did this stadium, it looks small, it looked average, but it's still a nice stadium, and it made it to a premier stadium, in my opinion. All right, so I do like how they did this stadium. So shout out to Classic Castleberry, you know what I'm saying, in Castleberry, Texas. You know what I'm saying, for this stadium. Like I say, this stadium is nice. They did a real good job. They did not disappoint and stuff. Like I say, even though it is not like these other stadiums that we recently looked at, but what I could say from it is that they did a real good job with this stadium. Okay, they made it more of a premier stadium. All right, and I do like the entryway right there at the end zone, which is a dope feel too. All right, so shout out to Castleberry for this one, and yeah, Castleberry, Texas, and stuff. Or where they park? Ooh, is it Castleberry, Texas? Oh, no. You about to see? Hold on. Is it Castleberry, Texas? Oh, Fort Worth, Texas. So shout out to Fort Worth, Texas, and Castleberry High School. Okay. So shout out to y'all. Y'all did a good job with this stadium, and yeah, we just gonna keep it going. Okay. All right. So the next one up is. Ooh, this is a beautiful stadium. Okay. This is Brewer Bear Stadium in Fort Worth, Texas. All right, so this stadium right here is a premium high school football stadium, in my opinion. Shout out to Brewer Bears in Fort Worth. All right, they did a real good job with this stadium. When I picked this stadium as a premier high school football stadium, uh, yeah, they did a real good job with this stadium. It's right there inside the school, right there at the school. You know what I'm saying? So you could walk from the school campus to the stadium, which is a dope feel too. Uh, yeah, they did a real good job. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain about it. Um, yeah, they did a real good job to this. And then got the wayside is nice as well. You know what I'm saying? I think it's built around the 20-yard line. No, the 25-yard line. Okay, it's built around the 25-yard line. So other than that, it's still a nice stadium. So shout out to Brewer in Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Fort Worth, Texas for this one. Shout out to Brewer High School. You guys have a premier high school football stadium in the state of Texas. And the last one, in my opinion, is this one right here. This baby right here. This is Melissa, Texas. Melissa Cardinals. This stadium right here, Coach Kenny's Deal Stadium. This stadium right here is beautiful. I like this stadium a lot. This stadium, they did a real good job with this stadium. They didn't miss not one beat on the stadium and stuff. Uh, Shout out to Melissa, Texas for this stadium, how they built it. This stadium is beautiful. They did a really, really good job with this stadium. No hesitations and stuff. It's built around the school and stuff. They did a real good job. This reminds me of Prosper a little bit, but more better. But like I say, this stadium is really nice. And I do like how they did this stadium a lot. And I think that's about it, y'all. So Yeah. Oh, hold on, y'all. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, Days Reacts. And yeah, if you went to these high schools, you know what I'm saying, and you played in these stadiums, you know what I'm saying, let me know down below in the comment section and stuff. Y'all got some beautiful stadiums. This is the premier high school stadiums in the state of Texas, in my opinion. And yeah, like I say, man, these stadiums are, like I say, top tier. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe to Days Reacts. And also go subscribe to the gaming channel, Progress Gaming. All right. And I'll be on there most of the time anyway. So anyway, next video we probably get back to our regular schedule. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later, y'all. Deuces.